Hi Leo, and welcome to your October love message. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. Whatever placement you're watching for, whether you're cross-watching, you are welcome here. All right, this is a you versus them reading, and I highly encourage you to watch the general reading for Leo for the month of October. There's a ton of information in there for you to unpack. We did see that South Node influence of the past, and so much strong signatures of Scorpio and Aquarius and Sag for you in this love dynamic. Again, these could be transits. These could be placements within your chart or theirs, or just time markers. And in your general reading, we had a lot around Scorpio season for you. Again, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, this could be even extra affirmation, but we have Mars going into your sign, okay, as of November. And I feel like it's going to give you some of that extra vitality that maybe you haven't been feeling so much of lately. But also Pluto and Aquarius, Uranus will be going back, right? It's in Capricorn now. It will go back into Aquarius, and that's in your 7th house. So I feel like in general, this reading is seeming more like a preparation reading for you for November, but it's a general reading, right? If you want to go deeper with me, you can find my website. I have some new services on there. Email me, set that up, or join me on Patreon, especially if this reading resonates. I have all the love extendeds on Patreon, and I have that lunar eclipse in Pisces reading, which you had so many signatures of that in your general reading. So if you haven't watched that Pick Up Power reading, go watch it. There's a message there for you, especially in regards to love and just self-development. And I'm going to do a post-eclipse reading here in the coming weeks for these 2 eclipses, really wrapping up these cycles as we move into the new year. So yeah, join me on Patreon, and you get 20% off my services as well. Okay. If you like this reading, of course, hit that like button, share it away. Cross watchers, again, place the rules as you see fit. You could resonate with both sides or none. Okay. You could watch your Jupiter and Uranus placements as well for a deeper message there. All right, Leo, let's talk about love. Leo. Also, Leo, if you're new to my channel, just know that the North and South Node playlist is below. I highly encourage everyone to watch their natal North and South Node. And the Eclipse playlist is also below for extra supportive content. Leo's love interest, please show me their energies, angels, guides, allies, ancestors. Let's tap into Leo's love interest. What would they like to say to Leo at this time? What is it that they'd like to say to my Leo viewers? Please show me the truth and nothing but the truth for Leo. Let's start here. This person definitely feels like your souls speak to each other in some way. This also is like listening, so like music, singing, like heart's desire. This person could be screaming, but they're definitely speaking of some sort. And again, you have this 3rd house influence. This, again, the general reading, I talk more astrology, but I'll quickly mention here, 3rd house is communication, Gemini. Okay, so you could be dealing with that sign. Again, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius. But you have this lunar eclipse been transiting your 3rd house of communication, and also Mercury in the 3rd house. So there's something about speaking, and also it could be very like intuitive listening. It could be something like telepathic, that you guys speak to each other, because it's the soul whispers. So it's like a heightened sense of awareness. You have Mars in the 12th house. Again, we talked about that as well in the general reading, okay? This is, again, hidden messages, reading between the lines. This person really wants to speak to you. It says, sing along to your heart's song, for it knows what you truly want, and look beyond the words and hear what is really being said now. Look beyond the words. So this person is trying to look beyond your words. Maybe you did cut them. Maybe you set them in their place, Leo. I did kind of say that in the general reading, that you had this very like cutting energy to you. Mars in the 12th house. I was mentioning there, again, watch that reading about how when you're tired, 12th house is the house of rest, which is Mars is the opposite of that. So it can be very polar. You can switch within the day, like being exhausted, and then also just like angsty, hangry. When we're tired or in pain, having body pains, You know, when we're hangry, tired, or in pain, whew, you can turn into a whole different person. So maybe this person caught that other side of you, and they know that it's been rough. They know that things haven't always been so easy between the two of you, but there is something about you are something that they've always wanted. They feel that they're happy with you. You're a wish granted. They feel fulfilled to some extent. It says the outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you need. So this is what they're thinking right now, is potentially it's not exactly where they want it to be with you, but they know it's exactly where it needs to be, okay? And they're trying to embrace, even if it might be rough, they're trying to turn the page and just kind of move on. You know, Float On was the general song for you, is like, we got to move on, we got to float on. Openness paves the path to wisdom. So this person's trying to feel into their heart more when it comes to you and trying to really listen. They're trying to be more of an active listener to what you have to say. And Leo, if you haven't spoken up, it's a good time with Mercury in your 3rd house. Okay? Yeah, they're kind of afraid to apologize about something because maybe you did tell them, put them in their place, and they're like, yikes, that really hit a chord. I'm hearing that hit a chord. Whatever you said to them really hit a chord. And now they're kind of recollecting what to say. This person does want to apologize to you, but they're just not knowing the right way to approach you. This is reminding me like a puppy when they get like scorned, you know? And they're like, like in the corner. It's interesting. Yeah, they want to make sure if they're going to apologize to you that it's a real promise. They don't want any other influences in the way either. What else this person wants to say to Leo? Why are they feeling this way? What's in their hearts? Whoa, hearts. They're watching you. They could be really obsessively watching and thinking about you. This person is like, am I messed up? Or they're just trying to think about their actions or your actions. You know, roles can be reversed. I could be speaking to both of you to some extent, but they know that there's something that has really broke the camel's back. And they know that they have to potentially say, I'm sorry, make a real promise to you. And they're just like, I don't want to, even though I feel really attracted to my Leo, I know that I have to approach them and really give this thought. I can't conceal things. I can't be mysterious. I can't just kind of glaze over it because Leo's not going to let me, is what I'm hearing. Leo's not going to let me. Okay, Leo. Well, let's see how you're feeling. Leo, please allow me to read for Leo's energy towards their love interest. Angels, guides, allies, how are you feeling, Leo, towards this person? How are you feeling? That song, you got to go watch that general reading, Divine Flow. You got the hippopotamus as a spirit guide. Again, watch that reading, but I don't know if you guys have watched the baby hippo that was been born. I'll put the link below. That could put a smile on your face because hippopotamus was your first message that came through intuitively as I was meditating on your energies. And you know, that cute, but also like, don't F with a hippo either. You know, like, yikes. Those teeth. And I'm getting reminded of that with the Divine Flow, like just floating on, you're just floating along. You're like, what else, universe? Yeah, sorrow heals. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to turn this pain into fuel. I'm going to allow this to heal. And that was a strong message in your October reading. You had the Star card, the 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Strong Aquarius energy for you here. And again, Scorpio season, I feel like it's going to be a monumental shift for you when Mars goes into your sign. You feel like you're worthy of a goal here. You had a lot of earth energy in your general reading too. So you're trying to stabilize yourself. You have a career task or money. You're trying to focus on money and career more than anything. You know that you're worthy of a goal, and you're just trying to allow all these important parts of this dynamic even to heal you. Even if it hurt, even if there was bitter words, even if it's caused a lot of pain, you are creating a new identity here. You are really trying to forge a new path ahead and identify yourself amongst the world, especially amongst your career, important parts here. You're embracing all these elements of this new identity that you're creating with flow. You're not trying to fight upstream, right? You're trying to embrace change and rediscover yourself. You know, what is your true essence? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? And you're allowing this heartache potentially with this person to not define you. Let it refine you, not define you, is what it's saying here. As you go through these emotions, and although it might be bittersweet, and this person also can sense that and feels that. So if you were wondering if they felt that way, they do. There's an apology that they know that they have to maybe own up to something, and you could be a bit cutting with your words, but trust that maybe you are speaking your truth once and for all, and that's necessary and required. But just be careful of that Mars in the 12th house. It might catch up to you if you are, you know, really ambitiously goal driven right now. Just make sure you are getting rest, okay? And when Mars goes into your sign next month, there's going to be a lot of sense of recovery here, healing coming for you right now and into November. How else are you feeling towards this person? Please show me. On the mend. Yeah, you are on the mend. You both are spying. So you both have this card. So you both are keeping a watchful eye on one another. Because I'm getting reminded with this sorrow heals, like if we ever are in this much pain, or we feel any level of pain, right? Sadness, anger, frustration, it's usually because we're passionate about it, right? So it's not to say that you're not passionate about this person. I think that you very much are, because if we felt that way about anyone, right? Again, hurt, pain, love, lust, desire, there's usually a passion attached to it. So you do see that there's possibilities of potentially you guys connecting again. But again, you had taking risks as well in your general reading. And this is talking about taking a risk, being a free spirit as well, flying high, you know. I just see that you are in a place where you are trying to embrace more flow and adventure and just floating along and sticking to a goal. Spirit's saying to not hold on to bitterness or anger or pride even, because these energies are not going to allow you to flow or heal. You have pride here. Be careful of those emotions that when they come up due to maybe rejection. Maybe you got rejected or something happened between you two where you felt rejected, shut out, shut down. You just got to float along. You got to try to pick yourself back up right now, it's seeming. I want to make sure these cards don't get mixed up there. There we go. So yeah, there's possibilities. I'm going to feel into what this possibilities is in the extended, because it's showing up here. I'm going to pull from the Love Oracle to see what we're going to talk about in the extended on Patreon. And again, as a Patreon member, you get access to all 12 zodiac signs. So cross watchers, you can join me there and watch for your other placements. And again, hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to be posting all my October general and love messages here over the coming weeks. And on Patreon, you not only get those extended love readings, but you get that lunar eclipse reading and post-eclipse readings that I'm going to be feeling into at the end of the month. Let's see. What are we going to talk about on the Patreon extended for Leo and love? What are we going to talk about? Ascending, healing. You got healing heart here. Something is ascending, healing. So a new level of healing in relationship, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions, learning, new phase of a relationship, preparing for union, transcending obstacles. Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is going to be a preparation for you, right? All of you are on different timelines, but Heart with a Key is also here. It says welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart. So we're going to dive into that, and I'm also just going to pull on your person's energy a bit more, see what they want to potentially apologize about, if there's any sort of reconciliation here, like how to handle that, right? And how to effectively communicate and resolve conflict. So join me on Patreon. I hope to find you over there, but if this is where we part, Leo, bye for now.